In this video, I will show you how to configure an AND gate, and we'll also test it as well. To begin, we have to find the AND gates, and they're under the inventory here of gates, and there's the AND gate. To install it, we move over to the work area and it'll drag that AND gate, and we can click left whenever we want to drop it into place. Now the AND gate has some configuration options, and to see those I'll move the configuration selection area up here where we can look at it. We can change the direction it faces from east, say, to west. We also have the option of north and south. We'll leave it east. We can change the number of data bits. That I'll explain to you later on. The number of inputs is 2 is what we will be using in this example, but you could change it to another if you wished. And that's, there's the label. We can label it. Let's label it G0 for gate 0. And when I do that, the label will show here. Okay, let's now bring the pins into play. This is the input pin. We'll need 2 of those, so we click there and install one input pin there, and let's call it I0. And then we need another pin. We'll bring that down, another input pin, and we'll call this one I1. And we'll need an output pin. Here's the output pin. We'll move it. And by the way, what I'm doing here is I'm clicking to drag it and dropping it with a left click there. Now to notice that we have some blue areas. That shows you that we have an incomplete circuit. That's because we haven't wired it yet, so let's do the wiring. Now to wire, you move to an input, the input pin contact, which is that little green dot, left click, and then you can drag the wire over to the input dot on the AND gate. Do the same for this input and do the same for the output. Notice we now have all dark greens indicating that there's no that we have a complete circuit. Now to change the values, we use the poke tool, which is up here. We'll click on it, and when we hover over an input pin and click left click, you'll see it changes to 1. Also notice that the color of the pin and wire became green, light green. Change it back to 0, back to 1, back to 0. I can change this one to 1 and 0. Notice nothing's happening to the output. It's staying 0, which is we'd expect this, because in an AND gate, both inputs have to be 1 in order for the output to be 1. And we can try that now by changing this to 1, this to 1, and the output indeed goes to 1. We have configured an AND gate, and we have tested an AND gate.